Welcome back to my channel everyone. This is Julie from Julie Art Studio. And today I'm showing you guys 2 ways to make gemstone-inspired resin techniques. Before we get started, please subscribe and hit the bell button so you won't miss any future videos. I'm starting off with this stone texture coaster mold, which is a new design that I listed in my shop recently. I filled the mold with clear resin, but not all the way up. I'm leaving a little gap so I can add a thin background layer later on. On day 2, when the clear layer is dry, I'm adding a color shifting background by using Dichroic window film that I got from Amazon. If you look up Dichroic window film on Amazon, there are many kinds available for you to purchase, and any color shade would work great in projects like this. I found that the best way to have the window film fit perfectly inside the mold is to use a Sharpie and trace around the mold opening. Then I simply cut around the trace line. Usually these window film have adhesive backing, so if you have a hard time removing the backing, just use a piece of tape and attach to the back and start peeling it off easily. And now I can attach the sticky side of the window film onto my clear resin layer to add that Dichroic color shifting effect. Take your time to smooth out the film so that you can avoid any bubbles. Now I seal everything in with a thin layer of black color resin. To pop these tiny air bubbles on the resin surface, I spray 90% rubbing alcohol on the resin surface instead of using heat gun or torch. And that's it, we just need to let this piece cure overnight. Here's the next day demolding, and check out this color shifting Dichroic effect. And there you have it guys. This is a simple technique with just clear resin, Dichroic window film, and black color resin. Now we're on to the second technique of making Opal inspired resin pour. So this time we're not pouring clear resin in the stone texture mold, but instead we make a mixture of black color resin with black pigment paste. You could see here that my resin is runny but create a steady string when lifted, like honey or syrup consistency. I now drag this string across the mold to create these natural looking veins, just like how a gemstone would have. You can drizzle more or less of this resin string. It's totally up to you depending on how you want it to look. Now we're going in with clear resin, but not filling the mold all the way up. We need to leave some gaps so that we can pour a background layer. When waiting for the first layer to cure, I'm using a heat gun and gently blow on iridescent film or gift wrap to create this organic texture and ripples. This film would help us create the opalescent or iridescent effect for our piece. The next day, when the first layer is dry, I also cut up a piece of iridescent film that could fit inside the mold. I add a thin layer of clear resin and spread that around the surface. I then place the film in the resin to create the iridescent background. If you don't have a big piece of film that could cover the whole mold, you can use many scrap pieces, even in different colors, to cover up the surface. It will still work great and give you the iridescent effect. I'm now adding in black color resin that is only slightly tinted with pigment paste so that we can still keep it transparent. As I'm filling up the mold, I make sure to push the film down so that they can submerge entirely in resin. Then I added more pigment paste to my black resin to make it more opaque. I now add this black resin around the edge and drizzle on top of the surface to create depth and natural look to the piece. Then we let this cure overnight. Here we are demolding the piece the next day, and I'm excited to see that it turns out amazing. It reminds me of black opal, which is the look that I was hoping for. And that's it for 2 resin techniques. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comment below. Thank you for watching.